Hello to all the comic fans, Marvel geeks, and all the nerds in between. Welcome to another episode of the Vigilante Vibes podcast, where we talk all things Marvel along with other fandoms, but without the toxicity that's taken up way too much space in each and every fandom. I'm your host, Meg Nicole, and we're here to have another episode of Elevating the Nerdy Voices of the Rainbow, where we lift up the voices of the LGBTQIA plus communities. Today, I'm joined by someone very close to me, someone I truly adore, and they are on the show with me today. Please welcome the lovely Edalyn.
Hi. Excited to finally be on here.
I know it's been so long that we've talked about you coming on, and what better episode than
Right.
this one of these?
Literally, like as soon as you told me that you were doing it, I was like, "Ah, yes.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right. As you said, I'm Edalyn. Uh, I've been out for about, I think, like 4 or 5 years now as a trans woman and pansexual. Uh, and I've been with Nerd Haven for, geez, like what, 3 years now,
Three
I think
year,
this year.
yeah, 3 years.
Yeah,
So for those listening, Nerd Haven, it's our Facebook group, a non-toxic, not nerd culture group called the Nerd Haven, where Edalyn is a moderator, and we have the Meme Haven, which is also non-toxic, that she is an admin of.
10 out of 10 best groups.
100%, 10 out of 10.
But no, like I said, I've been out for about 4 or 5 years, but I think part of me like is kind of new a lot longer than that. Uh, I kind of started figuring it out in my teens. It was like when everyone's going through that process,
Yeah.
and it felt really weird for me. Like it didn't feel like the puberty that I was supposed to be going through. And I wondered like what it would be like to like, have boobs and like different things that I currently do not have.
Yes.
Uh, but I didn't know that there was like a term for it. I thought that I didn't know that there was a term for it, and I didn't know that not every like boy thought that way. I thought that because I was thinking that I was like, oh, surely every boy thinks that. No, no, they don't.
Well,
And
that's
huh,
I could see that being confusing because it's like, am I just curious or
yeah, it's like a very weird experience. Like when you find out that not everyone thinks that way. And at first, it felt rather sort of alienating because I didn't know any other like trans people really. I knew of one, but they weren't someone that I was like very close with or anything. But they were someone that I used to know in high school that ended up coming out and transitioning. Uh, and like when I first saw them, or like first saw her, uh, I was with like one of my old friends who I'm no longer friends with. And he was like, you know who that used to be, right? And even in my head, I was like, yeah, but like, why would I care? The,
yeah.
like, they are who they are now. Why would I care? Like, who they are, right?
Yeah.
And, but I think seeing her as she was, like, kind of helped validate what I was feeling and allowed me to explore it more. And then
Yeah.
later I found like social media like TikTok, and that also really kind of helped me a whole lot.
I've
Uh,
heard that a lot of people have found solace in TikTok or Facebook or groups, some kind of
yeah,
community, because it's like you can't just ask the people in your life, like, do you feel this way? Have you ever felt this way? Because that's scary.
right.
Yeah.
And too, like, it's kind of crazy to think that, like, when I was first coming out, there wasn't like I've always been like big into superheroes and nerd culture and stuff, thanks to my parents. My mom got me into horror, and my dad got me into like superheroes and comic books and all that stuff. And up until a few years ago, like I didn't know that there was any like trans creators in the comic space or like trans characters really. Uh, but then it was like after I came out, I found out about I think her name was Coagula, and uh, then like Dreamer from DC and Escapade at Marvel, and now my pajamas sake character that I'm currently wearing in Across the Spider-Verse, who I don't care who says it. I don't care if anyone's got denials or anything. Spider-Gwen is trans to me. Like,
I think they left
but
it open for interpretation
yeah,
purposely. So I think if you find something you can relate to as Spider-Gwen, good, because they left a lot out there. Like her skateboard had it, her dad
oh
had the
god,
support trans kid thing, like the stickers, all of it. It's like,
there's
come on.
like wall decoration with the Protect Trans Kids flag, and
And her face was like a little more square in this
yeah,
movie. I don't care what anyone says. I think they did that purposefully. But at the same time, so if she's trans, great. You could still find
right,
something to relate to, even if you're not trans. I relate to her. I'm not
yeah,
trans. She's just another woman to me. My goodness.
exactly.
Yeah.
And like, it's literally that simple. And
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't really understand that or get that, which is hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
So you've talked about Escapade, Spider-Gwen. May I just say, if you guys haven't checked out Escapade, just do it. Because I can't read a comic with Escapade in it or mentioned without thinking of Edalyn. Because, like, she is Escapade to me. Like, I just see it all the time now. I can't not see it now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And like, I remember like when I think I want to say it was, I want to say it was you that showed me the character. I think. I could be wrong.
You showed
Maybe.
me the character.
Damn it, you're right.
I showed you Galaxy, the prettiest star. Escapade, you came
Which
to me with that.
that's, yeah, in which that's been so, so good
Has it?
so far. I've loved it.
Oh,
Like,
that's amazing.
thank you. And
For
thank you, like, for showing that to me too, because it's important to have
thanks.
that kind of stuff. And
I think so too. You guys support the comic creator, um, Jadzia Axelrod, who is a trans woman herself and created this beautiful comic called Galaxy, the Prettiest Star. Definitely check it out because, like Edalyn said, that kind of representation needs to happen.
it really does. And like I watched like your interview with her, and she just seems so nice. Like, I want to meet her.
She is so freaking nice. Like the whole time I was like, oh my God, like I'm not trans, but you get me.
Right, like, it's the mutual understanding.
Yeah, it's just nerds, lifting up other nerds, women lifting up other women. That's what it should be.
And like just the whole like womanhood, like sisterly bond in general is just so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And and I'm sorry if you don't like want swearing or anything. But
It's your episode. If you want to swear, go
okay.
ahead. I don't care.
Okay. But no,
So,
like oh sorry, you
oh no, you
first.
go ahead. I never know. I'm too
No.
ADD for this.
Say we'll say. But no, like I recommend to like if anyone ever gets the chance, definitely read up on Escapade because she's in a whole Avengers Academy run right now that's been going for the last year, and it is just like so good.
Isn't she best friends with Brielle Brooks? Uh,
I think so.
Bloodline, that's her name.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
that's Blade's daughter. If you guys don't know, she is a dope character.
She seems so cool.
She
Like,
is.
and
She
not
is.
not gonna lie, I've been kind of shipping them a little bit, but
See, I never get on the ship board because I always am like, just stay friends. I need
yeah,
some platonic friends. But then other times I'm like, oh, they're gonna do
they're
it.
enough.
So something you did mention, you're representing the trans community today and the pansexual community. Admittedly, I'm not very educated in what is pansexual, so could you probably tell me a little bit about that?
Oh yeah. So pansexual is it's essentially like you don't have like restrictions. Like you'll date a man, you'll date a woman, you'll date non-binary, trans woman, uh, trans man, asexual, bisexual, lesbian.
Okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's like a platter for all kind of thing.
So pans are not involved. No kitchen
No,
utensils.
but
Okay. That's a bummer.
whatever a certain someone in the mod chat might say, there are no pans involved.
Kind of crushing the dream there, but that's okay. That's okay. So it's basically you have preferences. Like you like a certain look, you like someone to have this
Right.
quality, but you don't care what they identify as, if what they have in their pants. Like that's just kind of like
Exactly.
okay.
It
That makes
is
sense.
literally all about personality. Like, it's,
Ew. Oh, people's personalities bite. Mm.
oh, no. Okay, maybe slightly about looks.
I know it is because I know you. If you guys don't know, this is the dirtiest little lady you've ever met. Just like it's like a little chaotic bomb who just says the most dirtiest things to you when you're least expecting it. Like you're just living your life. And then you get hit with a, that's what she said.
I would never.
She, what? That is wild.
Hmm.
But that's good to know. Like there's so many, it's very hard. Okay. In all fair trueness to
Yeah,
everything, it is very hard to keep up with what's what in the LGBTQIA plus community because there's
no.
so much that I don't relate to. And I can admit that's a me problem that I can't relate to it, so I don't
Which
understand it.
is like entirely okay, because like even me, like as someone that's in it, there will be like certain things that come up where I'm just like, well, that's brand new to me. All right.
Yeah, there's some that like now they add letters together. Like if you're like ADHD, autistic, they're like
Yeah.
AUADA. I'm like, don't do
Like
that. Just tell me. Use the words because I'm learning here and you're making it hard.
like we're trying.
Yeah. But I feel like, I mean, it doesn't take much just to at least try. You know,
Exactly.
the each letter that you say
And
out loud of the communities, it does stand for something. It stands for someone.
right.
And those are people. We should respect other people.
And and as long as you're putting in the effort to learn and that you're willing to learn, that's what matters. And I don't think, and at least I would hope, that no one in any minority community is going to fault you for that. Like, sure, you're going to make mistakes along the way, as most people do. That's just a normal thing. But if you're willing to learn and showing that you're like in the process of learning, I am more than willing to help you with that. And sorry, my cat like kind of distracted me for a second.
Oh no, you're fine. We like familiars here. You're good.
Exactly.
So, a little bit of history about Edalyn and I. She joined my group about 3 years ago, and she was just the happiest little thing, happy about everything. And I, I've never referred to you as that name. I've
Yeah.
never done it. From the first time I ever talked to Edalyn, she said, I actually am trying out a new name, Edalyn. And I said, would you like me to call you that? She has always been Edalyn to me. There has never had to be an adjustment because that's who you are. You're
Which
Edalyn.
I have honestly loved and am trying to not tear up.
My God.
But
So why don't you? Edalyn is such a different name. I like to think it's like an old grandmother kind of name because I love those names. Why don't you tell people where you got the name from?
so I actually got my name from the Owl House because Jay, who's my partner, for those who don't know, uh, they actually are the ones that like got me to, well, are the one that got me to start watching it. And uh, I like didn't know it at the time, but I think I kind of did without like realizing it to myself that I was in love with them. And so I was like, all right, bet, like, yeah, I'll watch it. If you suggested it, I'll watch it. It's fine. And sure enough, I immediately connected to it. And the one character who I felt most like was Ida the Owl Lady. She was this
Yeah.
like kooky, chaotic, like no fucks given person, but also wanted to like be in this like I don't want to say like leadership role, but more of like a mentorship. Someone that like you could sort of look up to, despite her like kookiness and things that like she had or things that like she viewed that were wrong with her, which was that the fact that she was cursed and could like turn into this owl or this like big owl. And I saw that and it was something that I connected with being trans and trying to just exist in a society that doesn't want you. And that's what she was going through. And
Oh, I love
yeah.
the stories of how people like find that name because I've heard some really like amazing things. Like one woman, she hasn't been on the podcast. We just kind of got to know each other. She said, my name is the name that my mother was going to name a daughter, but she had me. So I was like, well, that's fucking beautiful. And other ones are like, this name has always called out to me. This name has always felt right. And I just love the stories behind them. I think they're so different, each one of them, but they're like, it's like so inspirational because you have a lot of people who feel stuck in their lives, who feel like, oh, my life's like halfway over. It's over. I'm done. Like I've done nothing. But then you have people who are like, I'm just finding who I am at like 30. I'm starting a whole new life at this age. That's incredible. You're living two different lives in one lifetime.
And it is honestly such a trip, but a really, really good trip. Like it, at least to me, it sort of feels like getting to start again. Like kind of like I've recognized that everything in my past life happened and it got me to this point where I'm at now. But I also like tend to view it as like this is my life now and I'm getting to live it how I've wanted to.
How you deserve to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like for like the longest time too, I felt like there was this missing puzzle piece. And as soon as I started coming out and figuring myself out, it was like that piece just clicked.
Oh,
And now I've got like everything that I've got now, which I'm so thankful for. Between like you guys and the groups and like Jay and
a
my cat.
fiance. No. And a fiance. May I say congratulations? So
Thank you.
cute. This is about to be the gayest wedding ever.
For real. But I'm so excited for it. Like, yeah.
It's just there's so many big things happening to you. And I've known you for about 3 years now. And,
Yeah.
us and our little friend group, we've seen all the struggles you've gone through. We've seen the things that have hurt you. We've seen the things we've seen you on days that aren't kind to you.
Right.
But now looking at you, you're confident as hell. You're happy. You're doing so many things. It's like, it's just such a 180 from where you were like a year ago, where you were kind of not as confident, a little more sensitive, but definitely scared. But
Yeah.
now it's like you're like a whole different person, a better you're Edalyn. You're out loud, you're Edalyn. You're living her.
Mhm. And honestly, I'm trying to live it in like the most fucking punk rock way possible.
As you should. That's amazing.
Like it feels so damn good.
Oh, that's
Um,
so nice.
and like even my parents like see it too. And I think that's what like they care more about, like above all else, which I recognize my privilege in that. Because I know not many trans people have their parents like accept them and or in some cases like their whole families. And I feel lucky enough to still have my parents. It
Oh.
feels good.
It's like you said,
But
it's such a blessing because I can't name many
no,
people that I've even interviewed that have that relationship with their parents. Like it coming from a parent, it's your job to love your child.
exactly.
Not that should never change. If my child, I have two, if one of them came to me and said, "Mom, I'm not who I am a guy." Of course, there would be a struggle because it's like, what do I do? What you go
Right.
back to everything you've ever said. You're like, have I ever hurt them? Did I say something
Yeah,
horrible? Like you go through so many things, and then it's like there is a lot of acceptance on your end, but it doesn't matter what you go through, there has to be support consistently.
exactly.
Yeah.
And like when I told my mom, she went through exactly that, where she like the night that I told her, I remember like coming to you about it. And as you know, like she initially freaked out,
Yeah.
but ultimately, like that night, we like sat down, she asked questions, and like she tried to understand. And ever since then, like both of my parents have been fucking amazing.
Do you ever
Like,
think they like sit there and they're like, oh, it makes sense now?
yeah. I I know for a fact that they had that moment because like uh I was in like theater and it was like my number one thing in high school.
Oh,
And
theater's fun. I
oh
like
yeah,
it. Yeah, so much
fucking
fun.
so much fun. If I could honestly go back and do it again, I would. But like no, and just like getting to be on stage and everything was just awe-inspiring. But no, like I remember one of the first like things that I went my to my mom too, like when I first got into theater and like got cast and my first production and everything, I had her help me with makeup.
Mm.
And
It was always there.
yeah.
The
And I
proof
think
was
that was one of
always.
the and I think like that was one of the things where my parents just looked back and was like, yeah, you know what? It actually makes sense.
Uh, that's oh gosh. I like it makes me laugh thinking like your parents are sitting on a couch, you're at home with Jay, living your life, and they're both like,
Yeah.
you know what? Like it makes sense though. Like
They were like
there were signs.
they were like kind of piecing the puzzle together.
We thought she was just
Yeah.
gay.
No. No, I'm not just gay.
So do they
I'm,
know you're pansexual as well?
they do, sort of.
Oh, it's just kind of
I
like, just so you know, slide that in too.
yeah. I like gave them the like palatable version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot for
Yeah.
parents. Like, I guess you could be like, you can kind of like not dumb it down, but water it down and be like, I like guys and girls.
Yeah.
And then like every week just be like, I also like this. I also like these
Right.
people. And they're like, who don't you like? You're like, no one. I think that's the way to
Like,
go.
oh yeah, 100%. Make it at least like easy for like someone of like their age to sort of understand. But
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah.
Well, this has been so nice because we've been talking online. We sent like voice
Oh
memos
yeah.
and stuff, but like to like see you talk about it,
Each
to see
other.
your
Like,
emotion actually on your face when you talk, but it's so nice. It's just nice that you're this confident woman that can talk out and loud and proud. And I just wish that for others that
me
feel the
too.
same way as you, that they're in the wrong body or they're not who they've been their whole lives.
Yeah. And I like for any that might be watching this and like might find it, I hope find this episode and just the podcast in general. I want them to know that like uh even with everything that's going on right now, don't don't let that scare you. It's gonna be okay. I know that it seems impossible right now, and that my words are very like cheesy and but like people people will be people. They'll be shitty and they're going to like treat us like shit. That's just a fact. But if you are able to overcome all of that, overcome the adversity and the words thrown at you and the laws that are may or may not be passed or attempt to be passed, you are so much stronger than that. And the best thing that you can do is A, to stay, because we need you and the world needs you. And B, do whatever it is that you can for whatever communities that you're in. Because we need community now more than ever. And I guess like the best comparison would be to be like the X-Men. No matter like what shit gets thrown at them, they still continue living and fighting, which is honestly why they're my personal favorite team of all the comic book teams.
Same.
Yeah.
But just to
That they,
add on
oh
to
yeah,
what,
sorry.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
Just to add on to what Edalyn said, if you're not in these communities, if you're not trans, now's the time to make people aware you are a safe place, that you are a safe person, because these people need to know who they trust. It's terrifying out there for all of these people. Let them know that they're okay with you. That's it. It's we like you said, we need community more than anything. So if it's just a, hey, you're cool with me, sometimes
Exactly.
that is all people need to make it through.
And honestly, like doing like stuff like what you're doing is a tremendous fucking help.
Oh.
And sorry,
I don't know if you're crying or laughing.
I,
A little bit of both. That's all right.
yeah,
That's okay. So,
just allyship is so fucking important.
yes.
So like, I'm sorry, hold on, just my dog's trying to. Okay, but no, it's just like,
God, that was so funny.
but no, it's just like I think just in general we need to come together as people right now.
I agree. Side note, you should absolutely get a piercing right here. That'll look really
Right
good.
here.
Right here. Yeah. It'll look
Like,
really good with your lips. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it next time.
Yes. Mm.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, like when I met Edalyn, she had short hair, no makeup, no lady clothes,
Oh,
nothing. But this little bitch was like, look at my thigh-high socks. Look at my tank top. And I was like, Edalyn, what are we doing? You go all the way. And I need all. I need everything. And now you're doing it, and I'm
And
like living my
now
best life. Look how cute you
I
are.
thank you. You too.
Oh, thanks. Look at
You're
us women
welcome.
supporting women.
Fuck yeah. Love it.
I love it. So I think that brings us to a pretty good stop. You said some amazing things that I think needs to be heard by a lot of people. And if
Yeah,
it helps one person, it's worth it.
it really is. And I hope that like all of this is able to help in a really big way.
I do too.
Like,
That's, I
you
mean,
will.
that's the reason for it. It's like,
Yeah.
if it helps one person, then I'm okay. So thank you for joining me. It's
Thank
been
you
an,
for having me.
of course, it's been an absolute pleasure. You're welcome back anytime. I love you. And thank you for
Right.
everything you said. It was all so beautiful and powerful.
I love you too.
No.
You know I do.
Well,
And that back 100%.
look at us. Oh my gosh, we're so cute.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
We'll be here all night. I have not eaten dinner yet. I'm so hungry.
Girl, say.
Oh my God, we gotta go eat. We're growing girls. All right. Thank you for listening to this episode of Vigilante Vibes podcast. Wherever you're listening to this episode, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any more of my amazing guests like Edalyn or any future episode. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a marvelous night.
Bye.